Hi guys, Chris from the Barbecue Shack. Today we're going to talk about the Gozney Dome XL. So, Gozney have finally released their second generation of the Dome. You've got the Dome Gen 2 and the Dome XL, and you've got those in two different colours, so it's four different options. Colour options: bone, which has always been their traditional colour, and the off black, which, as you know, last year they brought into their standard range. Okay, in front of us we've got the XL in off black. First we're going to talk about what you can expect in the box. Extended flue. This has had a lovely upgrade. It's taller, which means you can get rid of a lot more of the soot, which hopefully will mean that this will keep a little bit cleaner. They have also improved it by making sure that it's a lot sturdier. They basically put very clever spring systems in the kit itself, so it is a lot more sturdier, but we'll go through that in a bit. The display, as you can see, has been improved. It also comes with a battery. Again, we'll go through that in a moment. You've also got two grates, one that comes for the wood burner, very simple slot in system, nothing clever over there until we get into the fire control kit, which I'll go through in a moment, and the usual guard that they put over the gas piece again. So there isn't much in the way of build, it's more slotting those two bits in, putting the battery in place. Also comes with two meat thermometers like the original Dome. Right, starting with the centerpiece, we've got two thermometers that it comes with, 1 and 2, which are also displayed over here for the temperatures. Very similar to the Gen 1 in fairness, so for those that know the Gen 1 will know that piece. Then we've got a new bit over here. So we've got the standard on and off switch for the centerpiece itself. Then we've got a timer, which is displayed over here. For those that are really getting into their Neapolitan and want that very quick 30-second pizza, you can time how long your pizza's been in there to get that even cook. You've also got the temperature gauge over here, which I believe just changes it from Fahrenheit to Celsius for our American cousins, or for the older generation. More importantly, we've then got the dome symbol and the stone symbol, which represents over here for the temperature differences. So we've got the stone temperature currently in the middle and the dome temperature over here. You can swap them over, depending on which temperature is more important to you, and you can have that in the center. On the display itself, you've still got the color code at the top, showing you at what point it's the best point for you to start launching your pizzas into the oven. And over here, we've got the gas control as standard, which again is very similar to the original generation. So you've got the spark and the gas control, which is over here on the left. Again, we'll go through that in a moment. Right, next we're going to talk about the upgrades from the Gen 1 to the Gen 2. This is also the XL, so there's a couple more upgrades thereafter. So starting at the top, the flue, as you can see, bigger and extended to try and get rid of some of that soot that would naturally appear on the front of the dome. They've also put spring systems, is the way I can describe them, that makes the flue itself a lot sturdier compared to the original, which I'll happily say isn't as sturdy. So they put spring systems in that and extending it. Then we go inside. First thing you can see, bring the camera around, gas burner has been pushed up to the side, very similar to the Arc XL and the Treads. So they've brought in their next generation of gas burner. Unlike first generation, which was that whopping great big hole for the gas to come through. So that's a big improvement. Next, we've gone to the wood, which is on the other side. They've got rid of the ashtray and again, the whopping great big hole. There's still a hole there, which is going for the wood control burner kit, which we'll go through in a moment. You also know about the upgrade of the center console and obviously all of the improvements so you can see exactly what's going on inside your dome. This is battery fed with a rechargeable battery. You can purchase batteries as another accessory so you can keep the dome going. However, this is hours and hours and hours worth of cooking, so it's not like you're going to need to buy that second battery. So going back to the wood, which is a huge improvement from the previous generation. They really wanted this one to work better with wood. So you can purchase a wood fire control kit. We'll get that right, thanks to Jack. It comes as standard with a blank. Let the camera come around so you can see the blank. However, this can come out and a fan system gets put into the side. Frustratingly, I don't have that here right now, but nonetheless, you'll be able to see that online. That control kit puts a fan system into the oven, which means that you can control how much air gets pushed into the fire itself, into the wood fire itself. So you can almost control the temperature perfectly using wood fire, which is first time that anyone's ever come up with that kind of idea. So yeah, massive improvement just on the wood side, let alone the gas and the actual flue itself. The stone is the XL has got a 90% increase in capacity, which does give you the options to cook a lot more pizzas at once. You can have 2 12-inch pizzas, 3 10-inch pizzas, or 1 whopping great big 18-inch pizza. Again, that's just for the XL. The standard one, so the generation 2, you can put 2 10-inch pizzas or 1 16-inch pizza. So yeah, massive improvements on all of the next generation of oven. Second generation oven also means new accessories. The first one, they brought out a new peel, the Pro Placement Peel XL, which is a 16-inch diameter pizza, very specifically for the XL oven. However, it will also fit in the standard second generation oven and the Arc XL for those looking to get that even bigger pizza. Put that there. Next, we've got a new mantle. Again, larger oven means larger mantle. However, fitting it again is very similar to the Arc XL, unlike the first generation where you had to then put screws underneath to keep that stability there. This one, they've brought in a much better system where it's basically a ball bearing push system. Next, we've got the door. The door, again, another improvement. They've got rid of the air vents, again, because they've brought out that wood control kit. You no longer need an air vent here to control how much air comes in and out. I've never been a fan of the doors, using them as a door. As you know, on the first video that we've done for the Generation 1, I call them more of a windbreak. So you've still got plenty of air in and out. More importantly, it means all your gases can escape that you want to escape. And it just means that if you're at a windy day, or just happens that you've got your dome at the wrong angle, you can control a little bit better just by using this as a windbreak. Okay, so the last few accessories, starting with the stand. They've brought out a new oven, so they've obviously brought out a new stand. This is a very big difference between the two, in fairness. Big one is the fact that you can now fit your gas bottles underneath the dome itself. The previous generation frustrated me. You couldn't quite fit the gas bottles in there. Makes it a lot easier to maneuver in your garden because your gas bottles are also within the same stand. The shelf is a bit more substantial, just means you can put heavier things in there. More importantly, your dough trays, thermometers, things like that. This is an 80 kilo oven, so the stand has got to be substantial enough in order to hold it. So yeah, they've just made sure that is a lot more substantial as the stand goes. Still got the nice wooden side tables. These are semi-treated, but at the same time, you have got to look after them. To help you look after them, they brought out a new cover to fit the extended flue and the fact it's a much bigger unit. So you've got a cover that covers the entire thing, including the stand, and you've got a cover just for the dome itself. Speaking of just the dome itself, they have brought out the information to use this on a commercial basis, so that they've made sure that both the Gen 2 and the XL are gas safe. So yes, if you did want to use this on a commercial basis, Gozney have made sure you can. When you register the warranty, you very specifically put that you're using it in the UK for commercial. They send you out a new kit with a bit more information on setting the dome up, and I believe a new gas hose, just to make sure that you are completely safe for using it in a commercial environment. Right, quick recap of the second generation domes. There are 4 different varieties, so you've got 2 different sizes, standard second generation and the XL, and you've got them in 2 different colors, off black and in bone. So if you liked the video, please like and subscribe. It does do wonders for the channel. If you're in the southwest of England, you can come and see the new Dome and XL on display. I like to think we're the only ones south of Bristol with them here. You can also come and see our variety of Kamados, smokers, other pizza ovens, Yeti, and our coffee machines. If you're not in the area, please head to our website where you can see everything that we've got in stock there, or give us a call and we'll happily talk you through any of the information that you may need. Thanks, guys.